Hey guys, today I want to talk about why I chose Trece Martires in the Philippines as my home. And one of the reasons why I chose this was, and originally I didn't know how long I was going to stay here. And then I ended up liking it. I liked a lot of the things that I saw here. And one of them was the rentals. That's the biggest one, is rentals are exceptionally cheap here. Whether you're looking for a studio or one bedroom or two bedroom, 3 bedroom or home or whatever you're looking for, you can pretty much find it here with very little searching. Sometimes we have expats also that just get up and decide to move. They want to go to Thailand now. They change their minds about living here. You know, we're not close to the water. I'll tell you that right now, but there are plenty of places here you can go swimming. There's also, the ocean is about a half an hour away. You can go down to Trece Oasis, Ternate. You can go to Batangas if you want to take a short trip. A lot of these places are the reasons why a lot of guys like being here, because we're at a central location. We're kind of in the middle of everything that everybody wants to see. You got Taal Volcano, you got Tagaytay, you got SM Palapala or Dasma. You got good hospitals. You got De La Salle University Hospital. And not just that, we have some decent hospitals and public hospitals here, and we have a lot of good doctors here. We have a lot of walk-in medical centers in this neighborhood right here where I live, and I live in an area heading towards Indang, the next town over, and there is colleges and walk-in medical clinics all within walking distance here. If there was an emergency, I got 3 hospitals right down the street. You know, like 3 hospitals right down the street that I can go to almost any one of them. All of them are fairly decent hospitals. One of the things I do like about here is that I bonded with my doctor a lot. You know, and you need to really have a good doctor that you bond with and you know that you can work with and you feel comfortable with. And I got to say this here. I have this doctor here. She works at one of the walk-in medical clinics, and she is phenomenal. She is a really, really good doctor. She's helped me with a lot of different issues, and she's helped me with issues that other people couldn't help me with, but she managed and explained to me things, the way things work. And I pretty much study up on my health, but this lady, because she's a doctor, she was really up on some of the things that I was talking about when we were talking back and forth. I was actually kind of surprised, because when I talk to doctors, a lot of doctors don't have a lot of knowledge on medical side effects and about herbs, things like that. This doctor here, when I did talk to her about certain things, she was like okay with it, like with herbal things and herbal teas, and she was like okay with that. But she also believed in taking her approach also, but try that also. And she says that between the two of them, like, they work together. But the walk-in, everybody that I've sent to see this doctor, it was really impressed with her. And the walk-in center, although you see a lot of people when you walk in there, usually those people are waiting to see the other doctor there, or they're waiting to get a test back or what have you. So usually you can see the doctor usually within 10 to 20 minutes of waiting. That's pretty good without an appointment. That says a lot. And she's really fast and efficient. And that's what I like about a doctor. I don't want to sit there and talk to a doctor for 2 or 3 hours. I've had a doctor over at De La Salle who used to talk to me literally for 2 to 3 hours sometimes, and there'd be 5 to 10 people waiting outside the door, and I felt kind of bad. But you know, she would keep. If I asked her one question, it would take her half an hour to an hour to answer it. And this doctor here is very. I like a fast and efficient and quick doctor who just cuts right to the chase. That's the way I am. I'm a person, like, if you notice in my videos, we usually cut to the chase and try to get through it. But anyway, also I want to talk about housing, the housings that goes on here. There's a lot of places to live around Trece. Some places have pools. There's some places just outside of Trece, General Trias, Tanza, Indang. Any of the places around here are fairly decent and fairly cheap. It's probably the cheapest area in the Philippines. We have an exceptional market here. And people, when you have a lot of markets and a lot of stores around, they compete with each other and they beat the prices down to almost nothing. And that's a good thing. Haircuts around here, you know, 90 or 100 pesos get your haircut over here. you can't beat that price. It's $2, less than $2 US. We have SM Trece here. Great mall, phenomenal place, great shopping. The people here are very friendly. They're very likable. Also, if you're looking for a church, there's tons of churches. There's Pentecostal churches. There's Baptist churches. They have places you can, if you like to donate your time, you like to volunteer. We have the Mother Teresa orphanage here. It goes by under a different name, but they have an orphanage here that I guess was set up by Mother Teresa, and it's right here in Trece Martires, and you can volunteer there. They'd probably be glad to have you help. We have a great mayor here. She lives right next door to me. Phenomenal woman, good woman. Like I said, most of the expats that move here, most of them are very happy that move here. Some aren't, and you're gonna get some people that just don't like it for one reason or another. We get those. Just like if somebody moves to Dumaguete, some of them don't like it there. Some of them that move to Boracay, they don't like it there. You're always gonna get that no matter what. A good majority of the people at least like to start out here. And it's a great place to start out and just get your feet wet. You get your feet wet, you're all set, and then I think we just had a power outage because my air conditioner just went off. But anyway, it's a great place to get your feet wet and then explore from here, because you can go down to Batangas, you can go to Laguna and check out these places, and maybe you'll find another home. The great thing that I like about being here is I'm close to the VA. I can get to the VA within an hour and a half usually, 2 hours at the longest, going up to Manila, taking the bus because they make a lot of stops. I could get a Grab here. Trece does have Grabs. They have the trikes. They have jeepneys going all over the place. So as far as worrying about getting someplace fast, let's say you need to go to the hospital fast, you can call a Grab here and they'll be very fast. I believe they have an ambulance in town too, but an ambulance in the Philippines or any town basically is really not set up as an ambulance. It's just carting you off to the hospital as fast as they can. There's not much in those vehicles usually for life-saving devices, Let's get these. But Trece does have mosquitoes, I will tell you that. They're not that bad though. It's usually between the hours of let's say 5 and 6:30, and then you don't have mosquitoes. It's just between those hours, and in the early morning hours you get them. I live in an area here, it's not really densely populated. Up above it is along the main street, but down back here where I'm at, again, I'll show you. It's very quiet here. Very, very quiet. And once in a while, we'll get a karaoke machine playing off in the distance that you can hear, or I can hear roosters crowing off in the distance. But usually, it's fairly quiet here. It's a very beautiful, nice place. Like I said, the people are friendly. There's decent restaurants around here. Usually, you got to travel a little bit. You might need to go, let's say you're looking for a Panda Express per se. You're looking for a restaurant with Chinese food. You can hop on a jeepney to go to the Tanza SM. Really nice place. Good restaurants there. They have Mary Grace and all the other restaurants there. They have a Subway over there. Also, they have a Subway at SM Pala Pala. You're a half an hour away to fairly good food if you're looking for American food. I'm talking about foods that Americans like. It might not be the healthiest foods, but it's decent. We have McDonald's. We have a brand new McDonald's, and also we have a General Trias. I believe they have, or it might be even be it's General Trias. They have a Burger King there. So if you like Burger King, you can go over and get your favorite flame broiled burger. Shopping, exchanging money, no problem. We have money exchanges. Walmart is right down the street from me, and I can go to Angel's Pizza, get a pizza there. There's hardware stores all over the place. We don't really need for anything here. The good thing about here is the access to Manila. I find I usually need to go up to Manila usually once every month or two for something, and rather than live on another island and have to, sometimes it could be VA related, it could be going to the embassy to help somebody or something like that, or and me helping people go to the PRA and getting their the SRRV. When you go to get the SRV, I usually help a lot of people. So I like to be in this general area because I can go up there. I can meet people up there and help them or whatever. It's kind of, for me, it's the perfect area. Like I said, is it perfect for everybody? No, it's probably not. But if you're a guy on a super low budget and you're going to come here anyway, this is the place you want to be. Okay, you don't want to be far out in the woods, or in the provinces or something like that. You probably don't want to be in those places because here is fairly cheap and you have everything around you. You don't have to go far to get anything. Even foods are fairly cheap here. Could you live on $1,000 or $1,500 a month? Yeah, you could. But if you need to have some money in the bank for the emergencies. You need to have Pacific Cross health insurance. The cheaper plan will do for most people. If you're over 70, I tell people, and you're coming to the Philippines, I tell people, make sure you have enough money to pay your health care costs over here. Otherwise, don't come. A lot of guys say, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. That's not the way to think of it. You need to take care of yourself over here. If you get a stroke and you're still living, you're going to be in misery over here. If you're married, you need somebody to take care of your finances and stuff like that. God forbid you get a stroke. You're kind of in deep doo-doo over here. And that's the tough part about it. Or you become handicapped of some sort. Maybe you get Parkinson's or whatever. I would tell people that if I was going to get sick, this would be the place I'd want to get sick because of the hospitals around here, because of the doctors around here. I've been sick for the past 8 months with a lot of different, minor ailments, pretty much. I had pneumonia, the flu, things like that. And like I said, my doctor's taking care of me here really, really exceptionally. So if you guys are looking for a great place and you need good schools for your kids or something like that, we have universities around here. We have really good private schools here. We have housing popped up everywhere around here. Remember this though, also, when you're looking at housing, look at it with the eye of, well, if I slap some paint on it, is everything going to be okay? How much do I have to put in it to make it so that I'm comfortable here? You might have to put in a toilet. You might want to sign a longer term lease. You're probably going to end up putting in an air conditioner. You want to sign a lease if you're going to put in a split AC, because you might have to leave it behind, because you don't want to be lugging that all around the Philippines to move someplace else. After a year, usually you get your money's worth out of it. That's the way I look at it. If you get a year out of it, you got your money's worth out. You just pop another one in someplace else when you move. But here you can get furnished apartments. Sometimes we get really lucky here. We get like I said, we have people leaving here and they leave all their furniture behind, and they're moving back to the States, or they're moving to Thailand, or they're moving to another part of the Philippines. They want to sell all their stuff off, and you get a really good price for it, for all their furniture, pots, pans, utensils, mattress, whatever, everything. You just move right in, and everything's there. TV, everything's there. You can't get any better than that. We occasionally get stuff like that over here. But anyway, guys, I want to talk about that because it is, Trece Martires and the surrounding areas are an exceptional place. And every time I go to the mall, I meet somebody new that has watched my channel. And when I meet them, and they've usually been here for like a month or 3 months or 6 months or something like that. And they tell me they like it. They always like it. And if you're going to come here, just make sure you have your emergency fund, your startup fund, and make sure you have a good pension and amount of money coming in here. But be careful, guys. God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.